so maybe they can find some common ground. I don't know.
Yeah,
they both seem reasonable. He has a fleet, so his fleet can come over and he can help protect King's Landing. Hi everybody! Hi Tamo! Welcome to our episode 2 prediction video. This has been a very exciting episode 1 and episode 2. I think there's a lot in store. Okay,
yeah, it's like episode 1, but add another to the episode 1. It's episode 2
equals to incredible insight. This is the kind of insight.
Like this video,
right? That you and become a patron.
Please like this video.
Come on. Let's start in the north. First thing we see that Jon probably got the raven from Sam, from the citadel, that dragon glass, that there is a mountain of dragon glass in Dragonstone. One of the northern lords is arguing with him. I think he's the, who is he? One of the, whatever.
Yeah, one of the whatever lords.
One of the whatever lords. He's telling him,
a Targaryen cannot be trusted.
Dragonstone, by the way, was forged by Dragonfire. The fire sculptured, like the legends say, the fire sculptured the stone to look like dragons and stuff like that. So.
Jon, he is all about the war against the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters. So if there's dragon glass over there, he says, okay, so we have to work with her.
He forgave the Karstarks, forgave the Umbers.
Right.
So I can forgive Targaryen, especially
Targaryen.
when he's like half Targaryen himself.
He doesn't know that yet, but
Maybe he knows that. He feels that in his bones.
In his guts, right? And we also see the part that we saw in the trailer where he's pinning Littlefinger to the wall and choking him Ned style, right?
You're a funny man.
We can see that there's some discord in the north, which we have been anticipating.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that simple. As long as Littlefinger there is an agent of chaos there, doing his chaos stuff.
Chaosing.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Every day is chaos.
And Jon, because he's all about the war, he wants everybody just to love everybody, so we can get along and fight the White Walkers. So Littlefinger will try to do the exact opposite and put wedges between him and other peoples and other lords in order to create a vacuum so that he can fill.
Jon is not very good at the game. He doesn't really have a political mind. We have said that many times.
Right. He has a vision, but he has failed in the past rallying people behind his ideas.
He has failed to square the circle. He has the intentions, they're good.
Right.
Obviously, smart is very clear what you need to do in the face of this upcoming challenge. Right. But, you know, there's some, we deal with people. You know,
there's always will be people, and people have ideas, and people have interests.
They have pride. Like Robert, a little bit, like with his visor down, he sees only the battle ahead.
Right.
But he's like blind to the sides.
You know what? If he could have told Littlefinger, "I want to be king of the North just for the war, and then that's it. I don't care. You can be king with Sansa." Then Littlefinger will work for him, and then the White Walkers will be killed like in episode 4 or something. But okay, there are gonna be problems.
Yeah.
He has the Vale army over there. He has Sansa's ear, maybe. So a lot of trouble over there brewing in the north.
He's not a loyal Snowian.
Snowian? Who is not loyal Snowian?
Littlefinger. He's not in his. It looks like there. At least 2 or 3 people that are loyal directly to Jon. I would say that's Tormund, Davos,
the girl,
and the girl.
Also?
Yeah, and the girl. They see him as the king. They see the challenge ahead. But as we can see from the trailer, it's not that obvious with the other lords.
Right.
They have some discourse. I know she's Targaryen, and it's a wise advice. We can't.
And if Sansa is arguing with him, that's like arguments within House Stark. So a house divided against itself cannot stand. Boom, I coined it. Okay, so let's go to Dragonstone, this Targaryen in question. There's like a war room council.
We have an army, a fleet, and 3 dragons. We should hit King's Landing now.
And Daenerys seems a little bit insecure, which for me was a little bit weird, because she's always 3 steps ahead when it comes to war, and now she has to be convinced to go to war?
On the face of it, Yara has a solid point.
Of course.
But
we have the biggest army. Let's kill everybody.
She has the biggest army. The realm is in disarray. It's a perfect
time.
Stormborn.
The episode.
Yeah.
Stormborn.
But I think maybe like the glimpse that we have like of Daenerys and Varys,
Right.
which also rhymes.
That means something.
And she's like turning around, maybe they gossiped a little bit, you know, drama. And the good advice will be wait. I mean, Cersei is probably doing a great job, you know, ruin it for herself. You have Dragonstone. Dragonstone was never conquered, invaded.
Right.
It's very easy to defend.
Right.
And something that is very, very important is the narrative. Daenerys, the narrative. Daenerys, the narrative. And also next to Daenerys, 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 Daenerys.
I've heard it 3 times and still it's mind-boggling.
The narrative is very important.
Wow.
Because there will be a day after. And the people on Dragonstone right now, I don't see them like maybe until Jon will come and, you know, say what he has to say. They're not preoccupied too much by the White Walker.
Right.
They seem oblivious to them.
Right.
So they are focusing on retaining the crown for the Targaryen, and also, I guess, Varys is very concerned about the realm, of the safety of the realm, the stability of the realm.
And Tyrion also.
Oh, this huge army and dragons, and you're the daughter of the Mad King.
Which
like,
Cersei explicitly says,
yeah,
right.
very wisely.
Right.
You have to set the narrative. And it's kind of reminded me of the tapestries of William the Conqueror. Which has some similarities, you know, Aegon the Conqueror, William the Conqueror.
Right. William the Conqueror, 1066.
After he succeeded, there's like this huge tapestry that it's basically the narrative that he sets for the realm for the coming centuries. Which was, I'm the legitimate king from this whatever line or whatever. This is like an heroic thing that I did to liberate you and whatever, you know, like setting the tone that I'm not the conqueror necessarily, I'm like the one that God chose, basically.
So basically they're telling her, if you go with all this army and kill loads of people, and then can you rule over them after you've killed everyone?
You can rule the Cersei Stalin way, or you can be inspired and be inspiring and be like loved. And I think that's something that is very important to Daenerys, because she likes to think of herself as
a good person.
A good person. Not only this is my birthright, this is my turn. You know, my husband was a king, was a president. My whatever. Old joke. It's not relevant anymore.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight?
And she's torn between those two sides. She wants to be queen because it's hers, but she wants to be a good ruler in some way, like she wants to be loved. And we saw in the past that when you chain the dragon, her inner dragon, then she's no good. She's just no good. So maybe that's the start of her problems, because we've been anticipating that it won't be that easy. No. She cannot get to Westeros and just conquer it all.
It'll be boring.
Boring. So maybe this is where the problem will start, some discord over there, something will go on, she will make mistakes.
Yeah, and that's very interesting for her character, keeping the dragon inside.
Again,
and paying the price for it.
Again.
And I can see Jon and Daenerys has some sort of an interest, shared interest, especially if she still have Tyrion at her side, which Jon and Tyrion, like, they were like bros one time. They have respect for each other.
And Jon can give her a good narrative.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. That
no, I said it first though.
That he can use him as like, okay, you're coming with me, you're saving the kingdom, and you see it as liberated and stuff like that. You can use your dragon not to conquer, the dragons not to conquer, but to fight the true evil. And then the price of that, I guess, will be putting, her birthright and the throne
Right, on hold.
on hold
Her
for a
ambitions,
while
right.
because she can't do it on two fronts.
And also the episode is named Stormborn, and who else is the Storm? That's Euron,
Yeah.
and we know he's heading from King's Landing to Dragonstone, and that's
Yeah,
very,
he's up
very
to no
close.
good. Yeah.
I don't know if the battle will be in episode 2, but something will happen with Euron.
And also we see a glimpse of Yara kissing one of the Dornish girls, Sand Snakes, or widow of the Viper.
Right.
So that could be like Daenerys accepting somewhat Varys' advice or whatever gave her the advice or the idea, not to attack now, but to form alliances starting with Dorne. You see what I'm saying?
Or maybe she's gonna play Yara, get her into bed with this Sand Snake
Yeah.
woman, and then
That could be also, yeah. No, it's Game of Thrones, I'm saying. It's Game of Thrones, I'm saying. It's Game of Thrones, I'm saying.
okay, so and in King's Landing, Cersei is surprisingly not stupid at all.
The Mad King's daughter will destroy the realm.
Episode 1,
She saw our video.
we had a video advising her.
Advising Cersei.
So we need to think how we can help Cersei create a Nazi state.
Yes. So
Right.
first order of business, taking over the narrative and creating a proper propaganda.
A proper propaganda.
Proper propaganda. Proper propaganda. I don't know these obscure people in the throne.
Yeah, dressed in black, whatever.
They're in black, but they look like, I don't know, I would guess noblemen,
yeah.
merchants and stuff like that. And she's telling them, this, daughter of a madman is coming with dragons. You can lose everything you own. You think she will accept you? Look what she did to the masters there. To the masters,
That's right.
She crucified them.
And what her dad did. That's
You
like
can't
fresh
trust her.
memories. He
And-
killed your brother and your dad. Like there are people still
Yeah.
alive who suffered from it.
And that's remind me a little bit of what we said. That we said that she should have said to the people, a bastard is in the north. A bastard is ruling in the north, and a crazy, let's say a crazy woman on dragons
It's coming from the east,
coming from the east.
and bastards in the south.
Yeah, and what's wrong? What's going on? If a bastard is a
Right.
king and a crazy
Right.
girl that should have died years ago with
Right.
dragons, you can lose everything.
Right. So she's appealing to the sensibilities of the 1%, basically.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
We have to keep what we've got. Okay, that's good. So good for her. Let's see how it plays out. There was one thing in the trailer. It's not certain, but I don't know. There's a wolf like growling, "Rawr," and immediately you see Arya.
Yeah.
And I was like, the wolf is gray. She's in the Riverlands. Could that be fucking Nymeria?
That could be.
Not recognizing Arya also?
Nah, that
She
doesn't
was
make
like
sense.
growling. Maybe
It looks too
because
small
she's not
for a direwolf, actually. It looks too small for a direwolf.
Maybe she's been hungry. I don't know. I think so.
That's the first thought, especially for book readers that knows that Arya never lost the connection between her and her direwolf.
She had like wolf dreams.
Wolf dreams, and she's basically a warg like every Stark.
Right.
But yeah, 6th season, they didn't talk about it, didn't mention the wolf at all. And now it's like a wolf. It looks like a little. It's too small for direwolf. Direwolf are
But
huge.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe
The angle, I don't know. That could be, a
because
tool, a plot
Right.
tool to.
to make her remember who she is and her Stark identity, and
Yeah.
then it works well with what we saw in episode 1, when all the Lannisters were humans and not evil. There's no evil in this world, and she was like thinking, okay, maybe it's not as clear cut as I thought. Okay, here's my wolf. I'm a Stark. I'm really a Stark. I'm not this crazy assassin. I'll go north.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see Davos, Lysandra too.
Lysandra.
Yeah, there's still. And Gendry, I think, by now it should have reached somewhere on his boat. Yeah.
And then, I got here, did I miss anything? Okay, so what do you think will happen in episode 2? Be sure to mention in the comments. And if by any chance you have been watching our videos for a very, very, very long time, for a year, maybe more, and you feel a little bit guilty because you really like us and you have not supported us yet on Patreon, this is your chance to get rid of all your guilt. Go to the link in the description or just to patreon.com/GOTacademy. You will feel so much better afterwards,
Yeah.
supporting our work, and you also get 7 extra videos during the season, and after the season, extra videos every month and more. So hit like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to get all our season 7 videos, at least 4 of them per week, maybe more, we'll try. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye everybody. Bye.